welcome. What's happening, Vash man? Oh, welcome on in. Hopefully everybody's having a great Tuesday and a great week already. I'm sure of it. I am sure of it. I think, a very fun stream today. I think we're gonna have a good one today. And I say this because, yes, I am baiting people in, with System Shock, but my guess is we will not be playing any System Shock today. That is my guess. I have lots to go over today, plus news, things to look at, things to show. I think it's gonna be a jam-packed one today. What is happening? You know, nothing is happening right of this minute. We are streaming, we're having a good time. How are you doing, man? How was technically the first day? Oh yes, yeah, I have something very interesting to show you guys today. I have two things. One is a surprise. The other is I found some photos. Vash inspired me recently to try and find some photos, and I was going to show them off on stream. So I'm excited about that. Coraline, I thought you were going up to food. What are you doing, buddy? Coraline's being an asshole already. Bud, go. That you're going up for food. I know food time. A little hectic. It'll get better. Yeah, for sure. The first couple of days on, I mean, I know that you probably know kind of what you're doing and stuff. For like work stuff, but anytime you're doing new things, it's always a little hectic. It's always a bit hectic the first little bit here. Yeah, today was pretty good. Yesterday and then a lot of today, one of our water mains was broken at work, so we had no bathroom access. But I mean, obviously you can't be working with no bathroom access, so they did give people some additional access via additional time during breaks, and then they also did the porta potties as well, so that was great. New building, no access to things I need. I don't know where things are. Yep, those are all things that'll be remedied over time. Remedied. While we're hanging, I might as well show you guys the first thing. I want to make some coffee, but I've been thinking about this a lot. You know, the coffee cam was always, it's pretty nice. You know, I don't think there's anything wrong with coffee cam, but maybe coffee cam is already showing a little bit of the surprise here. I have wanted to step coffee making up the whole situation. I have wanted for a while to figure out how to make this setup better.
Hello all. The person who has redeemed this reward would like you to know that they are
First!
Let me bring the lights up a little bit. We're the solution. Nice, right? What's happening, Casper? What's going on, buddy? Yes, so let me show you guys what the new coffee setup is. I don't know what you guys think. But I think this looks fucking sick. Look at this right here. The new coffee setup where we are getting the top down and just the straight table view as well. I feel like this is something I've been trying to figure out how to make this work better. And this is the solution right now. So let me bring it back over here. I know that that transition could be better, but it is what it is. All right, listen, it is what it is. So what was something metallic and reflective? Oh, yeah, maybe it might look a little weird. So we'll go over it a little bit while we're hanging out. How you doing, Casper? Let me get into a little bit of the mobile mic pack here, so we can get up and do some things. I think it's this one. I don't ever remember. All right. Actually, let me clip everybody up before we start getting into some things here, because if I don't, I'll do it while we're hanging, and then it's all scritching and scratching. All right, so that should be our mobile mic a little bit. Oops, that's not what I want. I just want to be able to see chat. So let me come back over here. Let me see if I can show you guys around. I don't know what this is gonna look like, so be patient. Oops. So I feel like now you guys are kind of getting a little bit of the overall appearance of everything. Maybe, I don't know. You guys will have to be my eyes in this, as I can't see shit. But yeah, so up at the top of the top right here, we have the top down section, and then the main section you guys will see at this point is just like the spread. So that's kind of like as I'm making everything, so you kind of would get a little bit of the both views. I did also set up so we can do a little switcheroo too. If you want to see, if the top down is the main focus here, then we'll throw that other one on the other way. Let me turn that just a touch. I think that'll work real nice. But I feel like these kind of give us the best overall view of everything. At least from what what I'm looking at. So again, you guys will have to let me know. But without further ado, let's make us a little AeroPress. We're gonna use a little bit of the clear AeroPress today too. I feel like this will be just nice, as we'll have the full view here. I feel like that'll just work out real nice. Yeah, I've been trying to figure out how to step this whole thing up a little bit. And I feel like this was the best way to do this. Like I said, you're getting a full view at this point. 35.9 grams. 35.9. Let's do. $35. $35.9. No, it was not. That is something new for part of my overall update of the stream in general was to try and figure out how to get this top view to be a little bit more a little bit more interesting. And I always felt like if it was sideways, it kind of makes the perspective a little weird. Give our beans a little spritzing. Little grind sounds. Give me a minute. Yeah, so like I said, I felt like this was kind of the best way to do this. So I will talk about this a little as well. I did test out a couple of different cam setups too. I tried a completely different cam as well that this one is in the place of. I found one that was identical to the one that we used for the cat cam. And so I grabbed it, tried to get it set up, and I for whatever reason couldn't get it set up. Just some weird technical issues, and I don't know, it might be worth using for something else later on down the line, but for now, I ended up going with this little mini one that I remember seeing some stuff about, and I feel like it's pretty nice for what it is. Cool. So there we go. Yeah, I've kind of thrown all of this together very quickly. We will try and get like a whole scene set up for everything. It'll look a little nicer in the future, but I wanted to make sure that I put something together sooner than later, just to kind of trying to get a little bit of feedback. Okay. So yeah, now you guys kind of get like I said, when it was the overhead, you're just getting this straight down. Now you kind of will be able to see a little bit of everything as we're doing it here. So what are we doing? I think this is, I want to make sure that I'm not misremembering. Check my little coffee book. 575 grams, okay. So we're doing 575 grams of water. $575. But yeah, like I said, I'll clean up this scene, just make it look a little nicer in general and everything. Make everything just pop a little bit. Sheesh. Man, so much water. 575. Pretty close. So I'm gonna move this here. I'm gonna give this a little stir as well, just to make sure everybody's moving and grooving. And then put that on the top just to let that kind of go for a few. Set that to the side. Maybe a little disorienting. Yeah, you think so? Yeah, I could understand that. We could always try and put it back as just a normal, fully uncompressed view at some point. Here, let me actually. Put that over there so you guys can see it a little bit better. Yeah, I felt like if it was the other way around, it might feel like it looks kind of weird. The problem is, if it was straight down on it, I feel like it would look a lot. It would be less disorienting. That's just the problem of the way that cam works. You know, there is a little bit of that. Oh. I did not even start my timer at all, so we're gonna play this one a little bit by ear too. My bad. I was so excited. Oh man, yeah. I feel that was the only thing that when I was going through and setting this up. Like I said, I kind of wanted to have this be more vertical or whatever. The problem is you can't like skew how the perception is. At least not enough that it makes it really worth it. I could definitely understand, like I said, how the straight down could be kind of confusing, but I felt like it wasn't too bad. But I'll definitely take more input as people are filing in. I'll show you guys what this camera looks like too when we get done making coffee. What's happening, Ron? Why is Cody invisible? Man, we're making coffee. We're doing a little coffee at the moment, man. And I'm just I'm showing you guys off. I got another camera for the coffee cam, bro. Yeah, I also could try and make the corner camera a little bit smaller as well. I think it looks really small on this one though. Maybe it's smaller. Yeah, this the new cam is looking pretty crispy too. I literally just got it set up too within like the last little bit here. All right, let's go ahead. We'll call it on letting this brew. Let's give this a guy a little bit of a give him a good little swishing, and then we're gonna give this guy a press here. Damn, I left my phone over at the PC, so listen, this is you guys' time to just talk mad shit right now. I can't see anything, so all I can see is coffee getting pressed. Oh. Damn, yeah, that's crazy. I didn't do my timer at all. I guess it's not that crazy. I did. Oh yeah, I guess I'll also update you guys a little bit about this since I can't see anything chat saying at all. I talked about getting like OBS, the streaming software, set up on my laptop, and maybe doing like a little stream when I travel in June, and I got that set up the other day, barely, but it's there. All right, give this guy a little push through the hiss here. That's it. That's all. Ooh, I get a little bit of getting a little nutty notes off of that final press on that. All right, I got a mug here, and I got a little thermos to try and capture anything we don't put in the mug here. Beautiful. I will say too, one of the things that was happening to me this time that I got sick was it was doing that weird thing with my taste buds, my sinuses and everything, where it was making everything taste weird. So everything was tasting weird. All right, let me come back over here. We are back. Yeah, it was messing with my taste a little bit. How is you both? I'm doing pretty good, Ron. How are you doing, man? Nutty notes. That's true. That's true. It got my taste a little bit, yeah. Rona? I don't think so, man. It seemed like more of just a pretty bad, like, cold or flu or something like that. Man, that smells good. Yeah, let me show you guys what this cam looks like, though. This thing is so small and so cute. It's on a little tripod. This is the easiest way to do this without destroying everything here. I'll show you guys. Look at this little guy. He just like the babiest little camera. And it seems like it's pretty nice though. Yeah, I've been enjoying him. Let me do this. This could be funny. Look at me over here. Just hanging out here. 3 pieces? At least that's the plan. Hopefully when they're done, I'll show you and Cody. Hey, I'd love to see it, man. I'd love to see them. Yeah, I thought about changing this one, but I'll do it, but you guys are gonna be like, I'm sideways. See, I need to figure a better way to do that. But yeah, this camera is pretty nice. It seems like it does a pretty good job with everything. I mean, it seems pretty crisp, pretty clear. An interstellar shot, dude. That's right. Let me turn our lights back down and see. Honestly, what this thing looks like a little bit if it's a little darker. I mean, obviously, I'm lit pretty intensely. It's funny to see how the other camera's compensating for that too. It lost a little bit of focus. I don't know why it did that. Okay, so which one is which? That's this one. So let's do too much foreground. That's true. Yeah, it has too much to try and figure out. But I mean, like I say, you can kind of see how different these two cameras look right here. My other big camera, or my other camera up there, is handling a lot of the color or the shadows and stuff a little nicer, if you ask me. This new camera here, I mean, it's doing a good job. It's keeping everything pretty bright, but it seems like it's doing a lot of that auto exposure and stuff. And my other cam, I actually keep it manual. I set all that exposure and everything. It's because it's the same thing that I do on this camera, my main camera as well. Shot through foreground look. Oh, it wanted to do something. I don't know what it was doing. Look at that. It's got the same kind of weird things that the other one did. Man, that's funny. Does it know this one? Oh yeah, it does. Look at that. It does the oh, now they're both kind of doing it. Oh shit. Oh shit. Same company or no? No, different companies, which is even more funny. They just doing very similar things. So here, let me show you guys. So that's like the top down whenever we do. I know it's very dark at the moment. We'll probably. Hey, buddy, I didn't even tell you to do nothing. Chill. I can brighten it up real quick too, so you can just see it. But yeah, so that's like that's what that top down looks like, you know, normally. You think that looks better?
Thank you, Cody.
Let's do another little setup here. Let's just do a pretend setup here. Lamberto, what's happening, buddy? It's easier for the brain. You think it's easier because you already know what it looks like? You know, like you already have seen like that top down a lot. If I do something like this, even like make it a little bit of a square, you know, is that better? You know, do a little of that. Not bad, right? Not bad. Yeah, we'll keep messing with it and see what we can come up with. But yeah, so I legitimately just kind of set that up like a little bit yesterday with the other camera that wasn't working right. And then I legitimately just set up the new camera like 30 minutes before the stream started. So I didn't have enough time. And, oh, that's that one. And cat cam. So we got fucking 4 cameras in this bitch now, guys. 4 cameras. We're cameraed out of our minds. That's how I did chat right before stream. And that's wildin', dog, right? Fucking 4 camera Timmy over here. Yeah, I am doing pretty good, Berto. How are you doing, man? It's great to see you. I was gonna do some, before we get into news, because I figure we'll talk about news in a little bit. While Ron's here, I was gonna say, do you guys wanna take a look at some photos? More than just you. Yeah, for sure, man. We'll definitely keep getting more feedback. I want to try and figure out how to do that better, though. You know, that scene. So that's why I will definitely ask anybody who wants to put their 2 cents in. Hell yeah, some photos. That's what I'm feeling. I feel good about some photos. Hopefully Benign will stop by at some point. I had some photos, well, at least a few of the photos I wanted to show him. because they were ones I had specifically talked to him about. So that's a hope. Oh, first coffee in a few days is hitting. All right, let me switch back over to our other mic here. Sorry, I always have to fucking cough into it. Switch back to our other mic here, which man, every time I hear it, it's I take for granted how good this mic is. It's a very nice sounding mic. Okay, let me pull up some photos here, because I'm gonna have to try and figure out how to do this. I'm not exactly sure yet. Maybe that'll be the easiest way. All right, let me do this. We're gonna look at him over here, and I'm gonna do window capture like this. Select a window like that. Cool. Just finishing building some Warhammer. Actually sent a pic in the Discord. Ooh, let me take a look while we're setting up. Ooh, the tank. Man, Warhammer has the best logo. I will say that. The skull with the wings is phenomenal. Yeah, that's fucking sick, man. I miss a little bit of the building the, Warhammer piece, or not Warhammer specifically, but building, like models and stuff. That stuff was so cool. All right, let's get into some old photos. Let me show you guys some flashback photos of your boy right here. All right. So I don't know how much I need to set these up. Let's just take a look, and I'll tell you guys what they are. Look, right here, your boy used to play a little bit of the football. I used to play a little of the football, a little bit of football back in the day. Look at how fucking blonde your boy's hair was, though. Yeah, that was my mean face, bro. That was my mean face, because they tell you, look, you gotta look mean, bro. Yeah, you had to look mean. You couldn't. Who posed you? All right, bro. Coaches? What do you mean, bro? What do you mean? Adults tell you to look like that. I'm just saying, he need a raise. That's what I'm saying, bro. You see that guy on the other side of the football? You're afraid, aren't you? You're afraid. You see that face, bro? That's game over. These are not in any particular order, so I will apologize. They're going to be jumping all over the place. I'm just saying, your boy. But yeah, seriously, listen, I did not bleach my hair or anything like that. That is just how fucking blonde my hair was at one point. I have no idea why. Damn, yeah, for real though. All right, let's jump into the next one. How do I move to like a next photo? Here we go. All right. Obviously your boy is very young, but this is the one I was kind of the one I was telling Benign about. I had some family that lived in Texas. I don't know that this is specifically in Texas. I don't know that this is specifically in Texas, but they dressed me up like a cowboy though. You can tell how unhappy I am about it though. you can just see it on my face. But yeah, Cowboy Cody back in the day, you know, and I have a few of these. I have a few like this. I'll show off, but man. Also, if you like that football one, stick around. There's a second football one that I think is better. Cosplaying America, bro. Look at, you see the red, you see the blue, and the pants or the skin is white. Yeah, for real. I mean, listen, I'm obviously you know, didn't get to make the choices here, but you know, and I'm obviously very young, so all right, let's move on to the next one. This one, oh shit. All right, this one is just a throwback. This is a throwback for me, and something I talked about my dad had this geo tracker, and this is the geo tracker. This is the house. I didn't live at this house in this picture for very long. I was very young, so I don't remember this house very well. But this is the Jeep that my brother backed out of the he backed it out of this driveway and got the door stuck on the siding of the house, and then he bent the door backwards. Yeah, this is the same one that we almost crashed. All right, almost. It was an almost, bro. Chill on the crashed. Yeah, same one. But I completely forgot about these things. Like the thing on the front, the bra. You guys, I don't know if you guys remember seeing any of this stuff where they had bras for cars. They had bras for cars, guys. Also, it's hard to see, but right here you can see the steering wheel. My dad had one of those leather things you put on the steering wheel, and then you wrap the shit out of it. It looks uncanny, like a car from a dream, right? Doesn't it? It looks weird, man. It's a weird little Jeep. It's a weird little Jeep. Leather wraps, yeah, you wrap it around like the steering wheel for a better grip, man. On his pickup, dude, it's a dad thing. I think it's a dad thing. I remember I did it on one of my cars because I was like, it reminded me of my dad, and I was like, Dad, look, I did it too. And then I didn't like it, so I took it off. All right, let's move on to the next. I don't really know what the order of these are, so I could be just shocked. Oh, okay. All right, well, listen, I also for everybody who was in these photos that obviously they weren't consenting to have their photos, their images on the internet. So I made sure I blurred out some people that I felt very specific about. My dad is the only person who I showed his face in some photos because he's my dad. He'll be all right. But look at this guy. Look at this fucking sick ass sweater though. Special Forces members. That's right. That's correct. Berto got it. So this was at my grandma's. My grandma does not live in state, so I don't even know like when this was. Yeah, my hair was so blonde. There's that. It's a little bit of the bowl cut, I will say. There's a showing of the bowl. There's much better pictures of the bowl cut. I'll definitely show. But I'm just saying, look how sick that fucking sweater is, though. I'm just saying, if you guys saw. You saw a dude who had a sweater like that, though? That's a fucking sick ass sweater, bro. How you get a fucking sick ass sweater? Can I get that sweater back, my dude? I'd like to have it back because that's a good ass sweater. She needs to be squished, bro. I know. I felt like as I was looking through some of these photos, I was like, damn, I was pretty fucking cute as a kid. I don't know what the fuck happened. I know that's a joke people make, but like I legitimately feel like, damn, that's a cute ass fucking kid. Like, I just don't feel like I'm fucking cute no more like that. Not like that. You know? All right, let's keep going. I don't want to, you know, if you guys see anything you want me to stop and look at, but, oh, here's the big boy. Here's, obviously, This is the shot right here. I mean, there's a much more intense one in a little bit later, but like, look at this dude. I'm up on the fucking horse. I'm on the horse. This is my dad in the red shirt. You know, obviously putting me through some excruciating pain, as you can see in this photo. Before you had to say you were such a cowboy. I didn't even know that I was a cowboy. I didn't even know. Like, this is like not a thing that I've never once. Legitimately, I think what it is was I was just trying to find Epona before I even really knew who Epona was. You know, I think I was just so deep in the lore before I even knew. Child Protective Services. Nah, because he knew. Look at this brown motherfucker. That looked like Epona though. Then why do you hate Agro so much? Because I know horses, and I know Agro was an asshole because I have a deep connection with horses, as you can see in this photo. And you guys just don't get it because you guys don't know horses like I know horses. I think that's what it is, you know? I think you guys just let the assholes run around, and I understand horses on a much deeper level. I think that's what it is. I'm just saying, look at this Epona looking motherfucker though. Bro, God, stop. Don't put that weird fucking emote in my chat. I feel like you scrolled to find one that was weird and then threw that one in just because you were like, this is gonna be weird. This is gonna be a funny one. And you know what? Mission accomplished. Mission accomplished. All right. The horse whisperer. I mean, listen, that horse looks pretty calm, even if I'm not. So there's something to it. There is something to it. Oh shit. Okay, hold up. This is, again, you know, my man's rocking the bowl cut. It's cool, but this one, even if I'm not, that's what I'm saying. This is one. Listen, I don't know why I'm with the Easter Bunny. I don't know where the fuck this is. I don't remember this photo, but I'm gonna point you guys out to this fucking sick jacket though. You see what I'm saying about this fucking sick jacket though? That's an Easter Bunny, just in time. Title, kind of. Title, buddy. I have a photo we're gonna go back to so I can show you what's happened in Title. That's an Easter Bunny, bro. That's an Easter Bunny from hell. I'll tell you. Jacket looks almost familiar. Okay, so that jacket, I mean, obviously there was like the starter jackets for like in my time, you know, in time we had those starter jackets. They were swooshy. This is an OG Cavs jacket. I know we talked about the Cavs. Me and Stefan, Vash's roommate, we had a little chat through Vash. I think it was last stream, maybe a stream before, I don't remember, but you know, this jacket, oh, I miss it so much. And when I see pictures of it, I'm like, damn, I wish I had that jacket. A few years ago, like 5, 6, 7 years ago, we went to a Cavs game. We were down in their shop and they had a jacket just like this. It was like $200 and I couldn't do it. Not even for the nostalgia, but I almost did it. I had to tell myself no. It was very cool to see, but the price was not worth it. Have I searched for a jacket very similar to it since? Yes, I have. Gotta pay extra for nostalgia. Dude, so true. All right, real quick, while Title's here, I wanted to go back and show him. Bro, look it. I found a picture of the old Geo tracker, my dude. I forgot about the bras that people had for these cars, dude. The Geo tracker. That's right. Man, I had to make sure we go back and show you this one, because I know we talked about the Geo Tracker, man, but I had to make sure I showed it off. Man, that thing was pristine. All right, let me go back up to the Easter Bunny here. I don't have anything else to say about this. This is just a weird one. I know Vash was saying something about the cool hair, but bro, I'm telling you right now, I never felt like that hair was cool. I always fucking hated my hair. Not until recently have I even really been like, I don't mind my hair that much. All right, let's jump into the next boy here. Oh, here's the full set though. Here's the full set, Benign. I was hoping you were getting in, bro. I was just talking about it. I was telling you, buddy. I was telling you. I was saying it. I sent this one to Vash the other day because I had to say something to him. I had to show him this one. This was one I had to show my dude. Look at those boots, bro. Full fucking head to toe. Head to fucking toe. I was killing it. I was killing it as a child. Fucking killing it. Look at, not only the Sasquatch is real, bro. Not only that, but look at, you guys are seeing like the leather jacket or the denim jacket, the boots, look at your man's cuffs rolled up. What's under those cuffs? It's fucking flannel under there. That's a full fucking cowboy ass attire. He's standing like a boss. That's what I'm saying, bro. I'm not even joking. Cowboy Cody. That's what we were saying, title. Is that a young Kid Cody? Plenty. What's happening? Yes, we're going. Vash got me feeling like I should show off some old photos, like some real old ass photo. You know what I'm saying, guys? He's on a horse and everything. Yeah, full cowboy photo before I do. I literally live. Yeah, bro. Put a Coors in his hand. He looks like every farmer I know. But I'm just saying, every farmer you know is cool. Hold up, let me go back a couple here. Look at this one, Benign. Look at this one, bro. On a fucking horse, my dude. Look at him. Look at him. Bro, I wasn't joking, Brian. I was a fucking cowboy back in the day. Apparently. Swag. What happening, Finn? Yeah, man. Well, I don't know why we going through these old ass. You facing the wrong way. Nah.
Thank you, Cody.
I don't know what the fuck that mean, bro. I don't know what the fuck that means. I'm facing the wrong way. All right, hold up. I stop at this one too, so Plenty can see it too. Real young me with the blonde ass hair. The blonde ass hair. All right, let's thought the mane was the tail. Nah, bro. Trust me, I know. As a cowboy, I know. Was that an Easter rabbit? Yeah, you could say that. You could say that's an Easter rabbit. Trust me, Benign. I know, bro. How are you doing, Benign? It's great to see you. Plenty. Same to you. How are you doing? Glad to see you guys. I was glad you guys are making it in. I wanted to make sure I showed these off to as many people as possible. And I love showing them off. All right. All right, let's see what the next random photo in my lot is here. Oh man. All right. I don't know exactly what this is from. Obviously, it's an ass quality photo. But this is a much older, you know. This is a much older Cody. Just gonna lurk, but I saw these photos and now I'm invested. Hey, listen, if you wanna lurk and you just wanna pop in every here and there, I love to hear it. The Boy Meet World haircut. Yeah, listen. You know what? It's funny now how the kids do the middle part and they think that they fucking invented it. Look at your boy back in the day. Over here, I mean, that's right. Over here, me. That's right. Degrassi, Boy Meets World, 90s, 13. But you guys are killing me. You guys are killing me. All right, so I have a little bit of like behind the scenes for this one. It's not anything crazy, but obviously your boy looks good. I mean, listen. But your blonde was cool. I wish it was blonde too, man. I legitimately do love a little bit of that. But I remember this was like for like a take your kid to work day. So I went to work with my dad, and they made me a little badge. So they had to take my picture, you know. So this was my badge picture. That's a badass badge picture, though. You know, I'm gonna see if we can update mine to this, you know, in the future. Is that hairspray or mousse, bro? It is probably gel. Damn, he works here. Yeah, it had to be gel. You stop. It was LA. What the hell was LA's LA Cool? Was it LA Cool? LA Cool gel, bro. You guys remember that shit? That shit was a dapper young gentleman. Get a load of the new guy. That's what I'm saying, man. The LA gel. LA Cool, right? Was it LA Cool gel? It had to be, man. What the hell was that cool? LA Looks. It was LA Looks. That's my bad. LA Looks. Man, what a time back in the day when you had LA Looks in the hair. Cause that's how you knew you was looking fly. When you had LA Looks. Can I get a 90s look on the LA Looks? Oh man. Listen, if any of these could look cool enough, I would show them to you guys. The LA Looks. That's what I had right there. The LA Looks. All right, let's keep moving. All right, this is a much younger me. Yeah, obviously, you know, but fucking check that shirt though. What the fuck? Why was I so fucking stylish? The fuck was I so stylish? I think my dad was more stylish than he was leading on, and now I think I've pulled some of that. Not a lot, because obviously I just wear fucking t-shirts and shit now. I'm just saying, your boy was fucking stylish. Blonde hair still, you know, this was back in the day again. Damn, it's a good look though. Business in the front. Hey, there's the LA Looks. There's the LA Looks right there. Bring this fashion back. Man, I wish this is all 90s ass fashion. And one of those things we can't, you know, we don't fucking get to have anymore, you know? 90s fashion. Party on top, business in the front. You see how the top was like shit, and then he was like, whew. Bro, that was a fucking look right there. Okay. We look so weird now. Plenty saying it's coming back. And if that's true, you best be catching me outside with that fucking shirt on soon. Pastel purple for some reason. I love pastel purple though. I will say that. I do love me some pastel purple. I do love that. All right, let's we won't dwell on this one too long. Listen. This is just a straight up, you know, doesn't even matter. Back when I was in school, looking, you know, hair was cut fresh, just shaved down because, you know, I don't know, I was wild. But now you guys know, I know this is a big secret, a big mystery. My name is actually Cody. Actually, from the beginning, that is my birth name. Now it's confirmed. Looking like a straight A student. Man, you couldn't be more wrong. Man, I was a horrible ass student. I'm pretty sure I had that shirt. Really? Title? No shot, bro. I mean, listen. It's the most generic ass shirt, but it's a fucking. I remember having it. And it was kind of a banger. It's kind of a banger of a shirt. Like perfectly generic, you know, perfectly generic. I'm just saying. Also, the fuck is up with my jaw structure at like fucking 13? My fucking jaw structure is like, I mean, almost the same it is now. Maybe even more chiseled back then. Jesus Christ, my dude. I don't know what was up with me here. Here, I even let's make this just a hair bigger so you guys can get a little deeper in here. Oops. Hold up. Wait a second. Whoa. Sorry. Hey, you guys got a little too much on that one. Oh man. I seen that even on the last one you were so young with the bone features, bro. Yeah. Bone features. Look at the bone features on this guy. No. Don't worry about that next one. That next one is where it starts to get a little wild, I think. Just a little wild. All right, yeah. Let me show you. All right, listen. Holy shit. The fuck was going on here? All right, man, this is a bad one. All right, this one looks like a deep fake. Nah, man, this one's real because I got a story about this shirt. You was in that 70s show. Oh no. It does have that look, don't it? I love that whoever decided this was a good idea combed the hairs right over the top of the ear. Right over the top. I was it on the set of Seventh Heaven. Damn. It wasn't the dad in Seventh Heaven in some kind of scandals? So not good. What else do hairs go? Bro, they go behind the ears, you know? People put them behind. They don't go right over the top. That's a look, man. It's not, I'm saying, a bad look. It's a look. I think this is probably like the last year of my hair being super blonde. You could see like towards the bottom where it's getting darker. I think this is where it was starting to happen. Okay, so real quick, this shirt. This shirt, my best friend at the time, I didn't know him at the time, but we both had this fucking shirt and we both wore it to school picture day. And so in the fucking yearbook, we're both fucking wearing this fucking striped ass shirt. And then we became friends later, and I was like, bro, we got the same ass shirt. I mean, I don't know what I said to him, but you know, it was one of those things where you're like, oh man, you know we were embarrassed like that, like it wasn't cool at the time. Like it was not cool to both have the same fucking shirt at the time. But now I think about it and I'm like, bro, that's fucking sick. I'd love to be hitting up same shirts on some dudes. Those backdrops though, yeah, backdrops were funny, man. They were just like cloudy, but like hard to tell what they were. She looked cute. Hey, listen, thanks, Midnight. All right, let's get into the next one here. This ain't even nothing but just like, I felt like this is just one like, I don't know. I feel like for whatever reason at some point, like I oscillate between my hair being long and being really short, you know? Like I shave it down like this, like every so often, or I let it be long like it was in some of those other photos. Dang, yeah. I mean, this is just a fucking an upstanding citizen. Look at that fucking like crooked ass smile though. Like that kid looked like a fucking, like he might be. That's the guy that frequents the bowling alley. Oh man, I don't even know if I have the thing on here either. Oh man. Who do you think you are? I am. That's right, buddy. Even before you knew it. Looks like a kid named Sergey? 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 What is Sergey? Sergey? Why is it? I know it's like not Sergey. I can't think of how you say the actual name. Sergey? Sergey? I don't remember how to say it. It's eluding me at the moment. Yeah, but I think I could go through these like moments of like my hair going back and forth. So, all right, let's keep going. All right. That's right. As a young child, I may or may not have had a go-kart that was pretty wild, but also look at that fucking sick jacket again, though. You look so Russian. You look Russian. But also, yeah, I kind of did. Yeah, man, that fucking jacket. Sick go-kart, right? Number 5, bro. And the cropped hair, bro. This is peak. This is peak bowl cut too. Peak bowl cut. You can see the line, man. Blonde hair for sure. Sick ass jacket again. I fucking loved that jacket. That jacket was so sick. Go-kart was cool. It was such a small little engine go-kart too. All right. As I promised, here she is. This is the year 2000. This is when I was going deep in the spiky hair game. Deep in the spiky hair game. Fierce, bro. This might have been what year did Linkin Park come out? Because this might have been my spiky hair because of that. It might have been not 2000, right? They weren't around in 2000. Maybe they were, I don't know. Stunning. Fierce. That's what I'm saying. Watch your daughters. Bro, you understand what I'm saying. 1996. Okay, when did oh shit. Okay, hold up. All right. In the End came out in 2000. Guys, this could have been peak. Yup. Well, 96 was when they started. When did Hybrid Theory was 2000? Was straight 2000? I think this was right around that time. I think your boy may have been influenced. Could have been influenced. I'm just saying. He looks pretty cool though. He's looking, I would agree, fierce. This is the year that I played flag football. I didn't even play tackle football that year. Any other spiky influences? Let me not in this set of photos. Not that I saw, so sorry, man. Or are you talking about in general? Because in general, I don't know. I don't remember. Justin Timberlake? Oh, maybe that's what he meant then. Yeah, maybe. I don't remember. I don't remember looking up to JT. Yeah, not sure. Bart Simpson? I didn't watch Simpsons, man. I wasn't allowed to. Wasn't allowed to watch Simpsons. Who else? Who else would have had spiky ass hair? How do we all go through a spiky ass hair phase though? I feel like everybody did, right? Like, I'm not the, like, I know Vash and I aren't the only ones, right? Like, for sure. Like, we all went through a bowl cut and some spiky ass hair, I think. I didn't, all right. I didn't, all right. I didn't want to quantify it this way, but I think a lot of the boys did. And I don't mean it like in a bad way. I just think we all for some reason were there. I didn't. All right. Well, I meant people who were born in like this decade though, man. I had wavy hair. On top of the spikes, bro, bleached tips is sick. I had naturally bleached tips, so you can see how like my hair was kind of blonde, but then darker underneath. That was just natural, man. I didn't fucking dye my hair when I was that young. I dyed my hair later. I have a picture of my dyed hair actually later because it was the 80s. Yeah, wavy hair, man. I'd love. Did you have any like long hair wavy pictures, man? I'd love to see that. I'd love to see a Ron with long hair. All right, let's keep moving. Here, like I said, I did dye my hair at one point. This is a really weird photo. I'm just gonna be very honest. This is a weird photo. So I believe this was for like prom or something. I don't remember exactly what. But they like enhanced the colors of my fucking eyes in this photo. I don't know why, but I bleached my hair and then I dyed it like bluish. So it's like bluish. I don't know what the hell's happening. But my eyes are artificially colored in this photo, 100%. Everything else is pretty fine. I didn't like my wavy hair, so I cut it short. Damn, man, I wish I would have saw that. Seeing Ron phases. Yeah, but apparently he didn't do the phases as hard as we did, man. We went hard. So like I said, I went through like this back and forth on like when I would cut my hair short or let it grow out and stuff. So this was like, I don't know. This is like what? No, this wasn't prom. This was not prom. Because I remember I went to prom with him. What the fuck was this? This had to be like something else, homecoming or something. I had to be like 15 or 16. I had to be like 16 in this photo. Fucking 16. Yeah, that makes more sense because my lip isn't pierced. I got my lip pierced when I was 18. So I had just my ear pierced. But in this photo, I specifically remember too, I should say, like I was still in school when I got my other piercing on my ear. Because I have both spots pierced. The second one, my buddy did for me at school. I remember. What was teenage Cody up to? Yeah, nothing good. Definitely nothing good. 100, nothing good. You can see it in this man's face. You can see it in his face. This kid's a douche. This kid is a douche. What's happened, Coraline? Trying to show your butthole to everybody? Let's not. Yeah, this kid was a douche. You can see it on his face. All right, let's this next one, I'm gonna go ahead and tell you guys. The fashion is ridiculous. Tell me. Tell me you're not jealous. Go ahead. Lie. Go ahead and lie. I already know it. Strike it a pose. Yup. Tell me that jean ass jacket is not fucking hitting with that maroon t-shirt underneath. The quarter button maroon t-shirt underneath. Are you kidding me? Your boy was hitting in a way you guys don't even understand. Look at the denim, bro. Apparently we got into a lot of denim in my house. A lot of denim. Pulling it off. That's what I'm saying. I feel like There's just something about when you look like this, you know. Can I help you? Chill out, bud. Might need to cosplay yourself, bro. Imagine this is the outfit, man. Imagine I did though, buddy. Stop it. I'm gonna fucking murder you. Debbie Gibson. I don't know what the fuck that means, man. I don't know who Debbie Gibson is. I don't know what you're referencing. Sounds like an old man thing, which is a lot for me to say when looking at this photo, showing off how old I was. Look her up, and maybe I will. Maybe I won't. Maybe I won't. Maybe I won't. I got a lot of cat in my lap right now, man. Kind of difficult. But yeah, another blonde one. Oh, bro, here you guys go. Here you guys go. This one's for all y'all. This is me and my dad. Oh man. I believe it is the I believe that is the same is that a smile or a sun in your face? Bro, 100% probably just the fucking sun. This is that same day on the horse. So you 100% know that your boy was young and not having a good time. Yeah, I thought this was funny, man. I was surprised too. Like a lot of the photos I found of my dad, he had these like really vivid like colored shirts on, and I was like, bro, I'm right there with you. I love a fucking bright ass colored shirt too. So I feel like I definitely found some things from my dad like that I didn't really know, but I stole from him. All right. He has the beiged out with age. Yeah, I guess so, man. He's just gone beige over the years, man. Check out your boy here too, man. I mean, I don't know. Like I said, there was something about, you know, kind of a cute ass kid. I'm just saying, here's the problem. Your man had maybe one too many buttons opened up. I don't know what he's trying to show off, but chill, bro. Chill, man. Button that button back up, man. You ain't gotta be showing it all off, man. Chill. You young. Middle school, probably middle school. No hair, no shame. Oh, if there's no hair, there's no shame. Is that the rule? Because I didn't know that rule. If that's the rule, bro, don't test me, bro. I'll fucking button down shirt this whole bad motherfucker right here, and there'll be no shame because there's no hair. Not a hairy ass person, which is, you know, a jawline, bro. That's what I'm saying. I don't know what it is. Like my jawline was always just shoot. Something about it, you know. I don't know what it was. But you know, still some LA look in that hair. You know there was some LA look in that hair. You know there was some LA. Like, it's drawn, man. I know back in the day, that's how I used to be. There's so much love and you know, hope in these eyes too, you know. You can just see it. It's all gone now. All fucking gone now. All right, let's keep going here. Oh, another one? Look it. Ain't even nobody with me on this one. I'm just fucking going by myself on this one. I'm fucking just going by myself on this one. That's an insane move for a man that young. This is not safe. Yeah, that's I'm just saying, this person who says this is not safe doesn't understand how much of a master I was over that particular horse. You almost didn't make it, dude. Nah. You don't understand. The amount of control that I had in this photo is insane. You can't even see. They didn't even give me spurs. I didn't even have to have a saddle. I was so good, man. I didn't even have to have a saddle. Partner is riding. Not exactly sure. I'm seeing child endangerment. Yeah, you would. To the untrained eye, I think that's what probably happened. To the untrained eye. Before you use the body, correct. That was the 90s, bro. That's more of it than anything else. And that is more of it than anything else. All right, I got three more photos, guys. Bear with me. End up on a dude ranch. I don't know, man. Listen, I've been trying to convince Rash. I'm so sorry, man. I've been trying to convince Vash that we should do a dude ranch for a long time, and he just keeps telling me no. But I don't think he's really known why. You know, I think he's finding out. All right, let's. This is the one I wanted to show you guys because. So this is the house that I grew up in. Again, only lived there for a little bit. I just wanted to show you guys this mostly because of this Polaroid fucking rules because it's so fucking old school. But this was the driveway here. Well, now I see your horse skills. Now you're reconsidering. So this was the driveway that I may have knocked my dad's geo tracker down. This is the one that we had knocked his car into neutral, and he always put it in first when he parked and then turned it off. So if you put it in first, locks it in gear, doesn't move. We had knocked it into neutral, and then it had rolled down this hill into the neighbor's yard across the way. Trust me, when I was a kid, this fucking driveway felt like it was like a straight downhill. And then every time I see it now, I'm always like, it's not much of a hill. Not much of a hill at all. May have. Whoa. Yeah, I think we're gonna go with may have. There is no conclusive evidence that that's what happened. There's no conclusive evidence that I did. I'm not on trial here. I don't have to pay for this. But yeah. So this one was just more for that. Here you go. Here's your boy. Looking bull-tastic. Absolutely having a screaming good time. I assume in the backseat of the car, you know? I assume. I only have a photo in a karate gi. Bro, let's see that, man. Let's see the karate gi. Let's see it, man. Also, I thought this one was funny because there is this little packaging out of the way. It's kind of hard to tell, especially over here, but I can see it on mine a lot. It is something Star Wars related. I don't know what the hell it is, but I'm just saying, your boy liked Star Wars back in the day, you know? The bowl cut. Yeah, I'm just saying. I feel like everybody had a fucking bowl cut, and I'm not sure why. I'm not sure what it was. But yeah, blonde hair, bowl cut, having a fucking good time. All right. Yeah, I have one more, and this one is of me and my dad. And it's a pretty good photo. I think it's just funny. It was when I was trying to be very fancy. Okay. So just know I was trying to be fancy. And we went to this place that they were honoring my dad for something for work or something. Okay. So this was us. We went to in Ohio. They have the Football Hall of Fame, and that's where we were at. Me and my dad, we went. I thought at the time, man, a nice slicked back hairdo is the move to look nice. You know, you look like your dad. Yeah, I know, man. Yeah, I know. I look just like my dad. Me and my dad look very, very similar. Which is why I didn't worry about blurring his face, because it's not that big a deal. I don't think he'll care. But also I think, bro, we look so similar. Yeah. So I just thought I did a slick face too, bro. It's just something about it, you know. You slick the hair back because you feel like it makes you look cool, like it makes you look good. Man, I am realizing how pale I am even in that photo. I feel like I haven't realized how white of a person I am until I started streaming. And I feel like I've just realized, man, I'm a white ass person. All right, guys, that is all my photos. I appreciate you guys coming and hanging out while I showed off some photos and stuff. I'm glad. I legitimately asked my dad just to try and find some photos so I could find some of those horse ones so I could show like benign and stuff, man. And I got carried away, and yeah, all because of my man Vash. He was showing off some photos recently, and it made me feel like I've never gotten to see a lot of like young Vash photos. So then I thought, well, what if I show off some of my own? You know, that was fun for me. So hopefully you guys enjoyed it. We're taking us back. Thanks for hanging out and just checking them out. Makes me feel better. About what, man? About the choices you made in life? Because, bro, I'm telling you, we were all there. We all went to those moments. We all had choices. Like Plain was saying, you know, about the you know, not having the spiked hair or bowl cut face. We all had bad phases, though. All of us. Seeing stuff about your life. I just like putting some context to some things too, you know, like the geo tracker or the hill that we knocked the geo tracker out of, the blonde hair, the bowl cut, you know, just those goofy things. I'm glad I could find them. I appreciate you guys. And a little Coraline too on the side here. What if we do a little something like this? Hold up. Kitay, yeah. How weird is this? Hey, thanks so much for coming and hanging out, Ron. Love you, dude. Have a great day, man. Great to see you guys. Oh, I didn't turn my exposure back down on this one. How about this? How you guys feel about like just so many cameras right now? Oh, damn. One camera's just getting crazy over there. Camera City. That's what I'm saying. One comes to life. I don't know why it is, but I'm trying to stop it too. Without activating the other one. Hold on. I don't know if I can get it here. Oh, I cannot. Oh, you know I did. I did. We're good. It's chaos, isn't it? Just cameras on cameras on cameras. Yeah, I was showing off that I got another little camera for when I make coffee plenty. And so now I have like 4 cameras on for stream and stuff. There's just so many different angles we could really be getting here. Oh man, fucking goofy. All right, we're gonna get into some news here in just a few minutes. Oops, what is this? I was gonna ask, do you guys want to do a quick break, and then get into some news after that? Also, I'm going to remove these. I was just joking about having them on here. They are fun to mess with, and we'll definitely find out better ways to keep on using them, especially that little boy. The little dude is cool. Little dude, I wouldn't even mind doing more little things like that. More little guys. A break would be good. That's what I am thinking. And then when we get back, we'll do news. Like I said, I was pretty sure we were not going to be able to get to some System Shock today, just because I knew I wanted to do coffee. I knew I wanted to do the photos. Hanging out with you guys has been lovely. And then we'll be doing some news here in just a few. So we're gonna have a kind of a packed one today. So if you're not into just chatting, I'm sorry, that's what this one's gonna be. It's just gonna be talking. Unfortunately, guys. Hopefully that's aight with some y'all. Yeah, we're gonna go over a lot of things. I don't know if I have anything specifically that I was gonna say outside of news stuff, but yeah, I think we'll take like a quick 5-ish or so here. Ooh, I did fix some other little things like breaks and ending screens, or also have the some word movement and stuff. That was one of the things I wanted to do on my old layout and stuff, and now I've got it set up on my new layout, newish layout. Still working on the layout. We're gonna get this all kind of hammered out in the next little while. But yeah, so just take a look on the break screen and everything now. Everything is kind of working a little bit better, or at least somewhat so. But I don't know, I'm rambling a little bit. So yeah, let's take a quick break. If you guys need to get up, stretch, hit the bathroom, get something to eat, something to drink, whatever you got to do, just meet me back here in like 5. Yeah, this is so Uncharted like. Are you pulling?
My arms did not look normal there. Man, you really in my ass, dude. I know you see my cheeks in the beginning of this, but back up. Oh, I'm squeezing through, bro. You better. Oh shit, there are people coming.
Oh my god, I'm not ready.
You're still back there laughing.
All right. It's time to go, bud. I know. Look how angry he is. I love you. Makes me mad. It makes me mad because I was really enjoying this too. I was gonna say I might try. I was gonna try and get a little bit. Oh my god! Oh my god! Those guys! Oh my god! Oh my god! These guys are assholes. Oh my god! Those guys fucking suck. That's totally a Tanuki, right? Nearly got it. Just a little more. Yes. Now to get out of here. Stop rolling. Kelvin, they're all rolling towards the water. Can you get those, bro? Kelvin! Okay, that was not intentional.
Oh, Impa, I feel the eagle is awakening once more in our fair land.
Fret not, princess. I'd advise that we consult for help.
Oh, yeah, see, I can get on here now. Yeah, it's one of those ones where like, oh, I ain't seen anything. Oh, God. No, don't do it. Don't do it. But please, you should use that pouch so I won't have to worry about you quite as much. Damn. Why the blacksmith's wife's kind of not great? Oh my god, I can use 2 items, you mother flipper. You mother flipper. Bro, let's put that there. Hey, Ray, what? Hi! Who is you? Fuck you! Nice shot.
But you know,
Oh, it's done. Ooh.
it's done.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh shit. You about to come,
Oh.
Oh.
It. Nope. Right, but then you can run up this side.
Oh wow.
This is actually way better than fucking
damn.
ropes over here now.
Yeah, that's cool.
All right, welcome on back. Oh shit, I didn't get any coffee. 1 second. Damn. Hopefully everybody had a good break. I'm gonna get into some news here in just a minute. Get a little more coffee. Also, I don't know if Title is still hanging. I think he recently started Doom, the new Doom, Dark Ages. I was wondering how it is, how he's feeling about it. Damn. Got chair napped. Yeah, my sense of smell is still a little bit goofy too. I will say that. I was just getting some like weird, like cherry, like sweet cherry smells off of my coffee, which is not something I've ever smelled off of it before. So I know it's not something real. Come on, buddy. Oh, all right. Yeah, I don't know what it is. I'm not getting it much now, but a couple of minutes ago I was really getting it. All right. I was gonna say let's start getting everything a little bit ready. We're gonna jump into some news here, which we got a lot to go over. I'm very excited about it. Yeah, without further ado, let's go ahead. Let's get into some news.
Good news, everyone!
All right. If you guys ever have anything you want me to talk about over here, make sure you jump into the Discord. There is a news channel. In that news channel, there will be a open forum that you can post any news you would like me to talk about over here in. So let's start off with this first one, which is about the AI Darth Vader in Fortnite. I came to this a little bit late, so I wasn't exactly sure what this all was about. But I did get caught up pretty quickly. So I got two things about this. First, let's talk about AI Darth Vader curses in Fortnite, prompting Epic to rush some cleanup. This is by Stefan Totilio. Hey, I'm back. Hey, welcome back. We're just getting into the first article. So real quick, I guess just a little bit of backstory. I guess I don't know much about it, but I guess I kind of know. So Fortnite added a Darth Vader that you could talk to slightly, and it was AI. And so when you would talk to it, he would have some responses, and it would use those AI. It would use AI to make those responses, but then it was also using James Earl Jones' voice, so it was using AI to do that as well. So just a little bit of context here. It didn't take long for Darth Vader to say the F word today. Epic Games added the Star Wars villain to its world-renowned Battle Royale this morning with the high-tech option for users to speak to him and listen to replies generated by AI. That update immediately became one of the highest-profile test cases of AI being used to voice video game characters and raise questions about ethics, cost, and safety involved. First, there was the cursing and other questionable comments from the fictional slaughterer of Jedi. When one player started cursing at AI Vader, he cursed back, and the sound of Vader's iconic voice of James Earl Jones. The actor's family had blessed the new AI version in a statement released today, saying they had hoped adding AI Vader to Fortnite would allow both long-term fans of Darth Vader and newer generations to share an enjoyment of this iconic character. Epic rushed to clean up Vader's language, stating in a response to the clip of Vader cursing that we pushed a hotfix immediately and this shouldn't happen again. Yeah, so this lady essentially, she just starts yelling like not. I don't think she said anything super crazy, but she had said the F word to it. So she had said fuck to it. And that was like the craziest thing that she had said. And then he had just essentially just said fuck back. You know, he had said like something, but it was funny because he was like, you know, cursing is so unbecoming of you. But he had just essentially repeated what she had said. In another clip, AI Vader apparently appeared to say an anti-gay slur. This one I didn't know about. Wow. The official Fortnite account replied, Darth Vader was replying to the player's prompt around carcinogens in this context. We have hotfixes, so he should not respond that way. Epic said this morning that Vader will only speak English, which might explain the context, if not the tone, of his response to another user who claimed to have asked if he had spoke Spanish. Vader's reply was Spanish, a useful tongue for smugglers and spice traders. Its strategic value is minimal. Wow. Yeah, so apparently people have just been like trying to, of course, get it to say the most off the wall shit, which, yeah, that's about par for the course for something like this. Hot fixes for the cursing, yeah, and the anti-gay slurs, and also, I mean, I guess they didn't put a hot fix out for talking shit about Spanish, but that's wild though. And so then they had like an update to this as well. How did they not prepare for that? I don't know, Title. Title, I was gonna ask too, how are you liking the new Doom game, man? So then this came out the other day. Voice Actors Union files unfair labor practices charges over Fortnite's AI Darth Vader. With this I saw coming. This is by Rebecca Valentine. To not let repeat whatever it hears. Yeah, that's what I kind of figured. Is it seems like it's just repeating for the most part, but they seem to have fixed that. Doom is great, highly recommended. How far are you in? I was getting to I got to lurk a little bit the other day, and I was watching. You were still in the first level when I saw so it looked great. Level 5, nice. That's further than I've seen, so that sounds super cool, man. I'm very excited to see more. Okay, so Screen Actors Guild, America Federation of Television and Radio Artists, the SAG-AFTRA, is filing an unfair labor practice charge with the National Labor Relations Board against Epic Games after the company implemented an AI voice Darth Vader NPC in Fortnite last week. The complaint, which can be viewed here, alleges that over the last 6 months, Llama Productions, owned by Epic Games, had failed to bargain in good faith with SAG-AFTRA video game actors and had made unilateral changes to terms and conditions of employment without providing notice to the union or the opportunity to bargain by utilizing AI generated voice to replace bargaining unit work on Fortnite. Okay, so Fortnite added, yeah, okay, so nothing new in the second part of this. In light, SAG-AFTRA has issued the statement explaining its unfair labor practice charge against Epic, essentially claiming that Epic's use of AI was undermining the work of human SAG-AFTRA members who have previously or could potentially do work of matching Darth Vader's voice with their own performance. And then here is the statement in full. We celebrate the right of our members and their estates to control the use of their digital replicas and welcome the use of new technologies to allow new generations to share in the enjoyment of those legacies and renowned roles. However, we must protect our rights to bargain terms and conditions around uses of voice that replace the work of our members, including those who have previously did the work of matching Darth Vader iconic rhythm and tone in video games. Fortnite's signatory company, Llama Productions, chose to replace the work of humans performers with AI technologies. Unfortunately, they did so without providing any notice of the intent to do this and without bargaining with us over appropriate terms. As such, we have filed an unfair labor practice charge with the NLRB against Llama Productions. Yeah, so this seems like a very much duh moment. This does not seem very as soon as I saw it, I was like, yep, that's what's gonna happen with this shit. Feels much more manageable over Eternal. That's kind of what I've seen. It seems like it's not as insane. Like it can be less wild in a good way. Although I think some people really liked Eternal for that, but I feel like to me that part of Eternal seemed way too intense. Llama, more like lame. True. High five on that one. Yeah. So again, I fully expected this. This is exactly what I expect for this. But that being said, I will say there's something weird about, obviously the estate of James Earl Jones gave Epic the approval to do this. So I don't know. Ethically, it's still kind of in that gray zone because yes, the family did give them the okay on it, but then also, yeah, they're also taking away that work that could be done by other people. So it's weird. I think, yeah, just, I don't know. Here's what I would say too, and this is kind of another whole thing. So they wanted this to be very conversational. So if you go in, you can talk to Darth Vader and it's going to have personalized responses. Now, those personalized responses are cool because they're personalized, but they've also landed them in some hot water. So maybe it'd be better if there was just some recorded lines. Maybe it would have been better if they would have had a little more control over exactly what was being said. And in that case, you could have just had a person read the lines. Yeah, I don't know. This seems very much like a very open. I don't know. I was gonna say it feels like a very open conversation that people could have about this. You know, I feel like it's not as like one thing or the other, but like I said, the estate technically gave him the permission, so it's not like Epic's doing anything wrong. Although it does sound like maybe they changed some of their agreement terms or something. I don't know. And so that kind of forced them into not being able to bargain for the opportunity to get it. But couldn't Epic have just like interviewed a few people and then been like, no, we're not, this is kind of what we're thinking instead, you know, kind of gave him the courtesy of the thing, and then they could have done it that way, which to me seems more douchey, which is crazy, but it seems more douchey to waste people's time if you're never going to go with their work. This one seems pretty tricky. A lot of them don't seem that bad, or seem a little more easily to distinguish. But this one, like, the estate essentially said, like, yes, you can do this because we want people to be able to enjoy Darth Vader for years to come. You know, I get that idea. But then, like, you know, SAG-AFTRA is like, no. We should be able to allow people to be able to go, you know, work to get that job. But, you know, Epic, I don't know. Is Epic able to be like, well, it wasn't even really a job. We were just doing it for this, you know, I don't know. This one seems very tricky. Like, what was the one from Horizon? Alloy? Where they did the AI Alloy? That one seemed bad. Because that one seemed like they very much just took, like, the actresses, like, cadence and stuff, and they just, like, essentially just took it and was like, here it is. That one seemed kind of worse, so I don't know exactly what the end all be all is there, but it's not good. All right, let's get into something else that's not good, and this is what I'm gonna need. I'm gonna need Title's expertise on this. I know a little bit about it, but I need a little bit of more expertise. So Bungie has confirmed the use of stolen art assets in Marathon Alpha. This seems real bad. This is by Bryant Francis. Do the lame stuff in life and not the creative fun stuff. Yeah, I think the only thing I thought about with that is they were trying to do like personalized responses from Darth Vader, and to do enough lines, have a person do enough lines of Darth Vader, it would be so hard to do. I don't know what the best way to do that is. This is very bad. Yeah. So Bungie has blamed a former employee for the use of another artist's work in Marathon. So Marathon is the game that has not come out from Bungie yet, but Bungie is also the creators of Destiny and Destiny 2. Bungie has apologized for the uncredited, uncompensated use of another artist's work in the texture sheets for the Marathon alpha test. In a post on social media, the company publicly confirmed that a former artist at Bungie included art assets made by graphic designer Anti-Real. Anti-Real had accused the company of lifting her work in a post on Blue Sky to decorate several in-game posters. This is a black mark on Bungie's record, especially for a company that's apologized for using asset lifts from other artists in the past. Using art assets the company doesn't have the rights to can deprive artists of badly needed funds and put the studio at risk for legal exposure. So not only that, Bungie is also in some hot water recently because of another they have a legal dispute going on with another person from something that the artist was saying that they had lifted parts of their story from a blog post from a long time ago, and Bungie could not verify that was not the case anymore or whatever. That Bungie is not looking good right now about bad things than actual game development and updates. Yeah, and this is the 4th time for Bungie. I've heard very much so that people think Marathon might never come out at this point, though, because of how many issues they've been having. They essentially had a developer conference, like a live stream the other day, and they didn't show anything because they couldn't, because there was that artwork in there. Not that they didn't show anything. They did show some things, but they essentially didn't show anything. And that the 2 people who are being interviewed were like apparently not even really responding to questions or anything really. Like, people were just like, yeah, I think Marathon comes out, but I have a hard time. Yeah, you know what? I actually did hear of the other opinion that I heard was that Marathon comes out, but that it goes the way of Concord. Somebody said that they think it will not even get like it won't even get a full year of support, maybe even way less than that, and then gets pulled. Do we think that Bungie could be in trouble? Could Bungie end up just like resorting like most of their company? Because I have seen a bunch of things about people coming out and saying that Bungie is a terrible company to work for, that they've never felt more like stressed and this and that and harassed and stuff than they have at like Bungie and stuff. Like, I think they could see a huge shakeup in that company. Bungie is, of course, not obligated to hire me when making a game that draws overwhelmingly from the same design language I have refined for the last decade, but clearly my work was good enough to pillage for ideas and plaster all over their game without pay or attribution. Claimed Anti-Real. She explained that her assets perfectly mirrored work that was posted in 2017. Anti-Real claims were bolstered by Marathon players who noticed a key fingerprint from Anti-Real's work was directly visible in the game. In 2024, the artist said they hit the loss meme in their work 6 years ago. The meme refers to the recreation of a webcomic page from Control-Alt-Delete with the same name. A Twitter user spotted the meme on an in-game building in Marathon. There's a really good article from Paul Tassi at Forbes talking about employee morale at the company. Yeah, those are a lot of the ones I've seen are the ones that are talking about the morale at the company is really, really low. And this is just like another issue that they're kind of running into. We immediately investigated a concern regarding unauthorized use of artist decal in Marathon and confirmed that a former Bungie artist included these in a texture sheet that was ultimately used in game. Bungie said in a post confirming Anti-Real's claims. The issue was unknown by our existing art team, and we are still reviewing how this oversight occurred. We take matters like this very seriously. We have reached out to Anti-Real to discuss the issue and are committed to doing right by the artist. The company added that it is conducting a review of the former artist's work and implementing a stricter checks on the art team to ensure no inappropriate assets are used. But this is Title said, like the third or something time, right? Third or fourth time this has happened. So how does it keep happening? It doesn't help that they laid off the robot all of their quality control, right? So you want to keep, yeah. I think I have a hard time. Thinking that this is not going to affect Marathon. I could agree. Marathon will come out so that way, they can the C-suits can vest their stocks as it were. Yeah, I feel like they'll do all those things. The support won't be for very long. They'll take it down. But I think this will all be after Bungie gets a complete resorting as far as people who work there. I can't imagine there's any way this happens. This should never happen. At least 2 of the times they stole art was from third-party companies they were working with. That's even more insane. How do you steal from the companies that you're working with? That's crazy. So again, people are just looking at this like it's spelling bad news for Bungie and Marathon. And as a person who, I don't play Bungie games, but I know people, tons of people, you know, who enjoy Bungie games, it makes me sad because Bungie has fallen very, very far. A few years ago, I had met a lot of people who were very adamant fans of Destiny 2. They seemed, you know, like the game was really good. The support was really good. And over time, Bungie has just lost the trust of their player community, which is crazy. And then over time, you know, there's just more and more of these things that are coming out that they can't be trusted, you know, as a business. The people who work there are upset. They morally, you know, or the morale there is just bad. Like it's bad. As a company, it's bad. Third-party companies made art that was stolen. Really? Okay. Sorry, I was trying to see. Dang, what's happening, Hapless? Leadership doesn't listen to their devs and just has it. Yeah. And it seems it didn't. It's crazy because it seemed like they were in a great way of supporting their players and their teams and everything. Like or Bungie, I should say, was like, I felt like regarded as like a very good company for a long time, and then over the last like 2 years, that has gone downhill very quick. So yeah, we'll keep an eye on it, just as a company. Yeah, I think Bungie's gonna see some reshuffling of people within their organization. I think that is not a wild guess. All right, let's keep on moving. Let's get into this one by Ryan Lime. This was reported like everywhere, and I want to very much be upfront about this. I think this is kind of a clickbait title. Naughty Dog confirms a secret game is in development. I know what everybody thinks it is, and I don't think that's the case. How's it going, man? It's going good. How are you? I've been doing quite well. Getting over being sick finally. I feel like this is going to be a disappointment. I think people look at this and they think, oh, it's The Last of Us Part 3. I don't think that's what it is. I think Intergalactic is their front runner project. I think it's going to be an Uncharted break off, you know, maybe another like a standalone Uncharted game, but like a B tier Uncharted. It could be another Crash Bandicoot game, right? They did Crash Bandicoot, right? Or Jack and Dexter. That's right. Sorry, Jack and Dexter. So, yeah, it's not going to be Last of Us. People saw this and they got excited because they're like, it could be Last of Us Part 3. And it's not. We all know it's not. But that's the clickbait part of this. Well, we know Druckmann won't be the director. Right. Crash 2. Okay, they did do Crash, but Activision owns the rights. Okay, so it's not going to be Crash, though. Yeah, so they have some things that they could do. It's not going to be it. And right, if Druckmann's not the director, he's not going to leave The Last of Us up to a different director. I know people want this so bad. It's not going to be. Isn't that sad, though? Isn't that sad that we all, like, at least for some of us, we definitely saw it and we were like, but you think about it and you're like, it's not. Definitely feels like clickbait. Yeah, but like in the way that like it's true that they are working on a game, but they very much know that at least this is, I think it's Naughty Dog's fault too, because it's not necessarily the journalists. They're just saying like they're working on a secret game. You know, that's facts. Naughty Dog, I think, wants people to get a little frothed up about it though. Naughty Dog studio head Neil Druckmann revealed that a second game alongside Intergalactic: The Heretic Prophet is in development. After co-creating The Last of Us, Druckmann wrote and produced critically acclaimed television adaptation. In addition to his work on television, Naughty Dog is working on its next title, Intergalactic: The Heretic Prophet. Yes, all the same words we just said. Naughty Dog has done everything it can to avoid leaks about the game, and that's not the only project being kept under wraps. Anything that would make sense. It's probably just a Jack and Daxter or Uncharted I was gonna say like almost like, you know how like they made PSP games back in the day, how it was like very quick one-off things. I feel like it could be like that, but like on like a smaller scale thing. They'd be hard pressed to put out Last of Us part 3 since they were working on the live service. Yeah, I think that, but the only reason people are so frothed about part 3 is because Druckmann has specifically said that he has an idea for part 3. I thought it would be more engagement bait. Yes. That is a better way of putting it. Engagement bait. On the Press X to Continue podcast, Druckmann revealed there is another game in Naughty Dog being worked on, and I'm more of a producer role and get to mentor and watch this other team, get feedback, and be like executive in the room. News about the new game first surfaced in March as a leak revealed that an unannounced game had been in development for 3 years. It reportedly won't be The Last of Us Part 3, but rumors suggest that Sean, who worked on The Last of Us and Uncharted, will direct it. So it's going to be probably something. The last major Uncharted game was 4, which released in 2016. A year later, The Lost Legacy launched as a standalone DLC, for which Sean was a creative director and writer. So I 100% think that it's probably just an Uncharted like standalone, you know, a small standalone title or something. It's going to be something very small. It's not going to be, again, it won't be what everybody thinks. You know what it could be even more so? This could be like very, very like a very random. This is my far off take. My far off, probably, you know, 1% chance it is what it is. I could see this being some kind of weird like experience, like almost like a VR experience. It could be like a Last of Us VR or Uncharted VR experience. Not a full game, but an experience. I could see that. I think that's my like way off, like doesn't have to tie to anything thing, where it could just be you get in and live in the environment, have a couple of like scenes where you're doing something but not really having a full game experience. I could see something like that. Doesn't feel right to me. I just don't know what else would it be, man. I just don't see them doing more Last of Us. I think the only reason I say it is just because it's not Druckmann. I don't think Druckmann will let anybody else do anything with Last of Us without him. I don't think. Uncharted could be an interesting. I just don't know if maybe it'll be something new, but they're already doing a new game. I feel like they want to try and bank on. I think they want to bank on a second game being something that's more something they feel like they could sell to people that's not like a brand new IP. You know, bring back Jack. It could be, man. I think it'll be a standing IP, but I don't think it'll be Last of Us. I think they want to move on from Last of Us a little bit. It's not confirmed that the unannounced game will be an Uncharted entry, but there were rumors regarding a game starting Cassie Drake, Nathan Drake's daughter, in the series. That would be. It does feel like time to move on, right? With Last of Us, I feel like it's time to move on. Uncharted, probably the same, but that's where I think they could do. I think they want to hit an old IP, something they feel like they can make money on, and I get that. I completely understand that. I could still see it. I could see it being like an experience. You know. Again, that's my wild shot in the dark. And if it is, we'll come back to this later. Jack and Daxter would be cool though. That would be cool. Yeah. Again, I think this is. I'm gonna bring this up again later, but I think that Druckmann has an idea for what he wanted to do for Last of Us Part 3, and I think 100% they're never going to make a game. They're just going to tie it into the show, which does kind of open up an article that we'll talk about later. But first, let's get into this next article by Wesley LeBlanc. Jade Raymond leaves PlayStation's Haven Studio, the company in which she had founded. I don't know much about Jade Raymond, so if anybody knows, please give me a little tutorial, anything she's made or whatever. Industry veteran Jade Raymond founded Haven Studio in 2021, and it was acquired by PlayStation in 2022. Now, just a few years later, and before the team had released its first game, it hasn't made anything yet, an online heist shooter named Fair Games, Raymond has exited the company. Bloomberg broke the news, revealing PlayStation leadership didn't give Haven staff a reason for her departure, but notes that it occurred several weeks after an external test of Fair Games. The publication's source says some developers at Haven were concerned about how the game was received and how it's progressing. Sorry, a lot of it is riding on Fair Games as part of PlayStation's push for live service games. Though many have since been delayed or canceled in development, PlayStation is looking for another hit like Helldivers 2, but has stumbled with recent releases like Concord, which shut down less than 2 weeks after its launch, and a lukewarm reception to Bungie's upcoming Marathon, which is now in hot water as a result of plagiarized art. Hey, wow. To think those two things were going to get compared right here. Jade Raymond has been an incredible partner and visionary force in founding Haven Studios at PlayStation. A PlayStation spokesperson told Bloomberg, "We are deeply grateful for her leadership and contribution, and we wish her all the best in her next chapter." PlayStation is committed to supporting Haven Studios and excited to continue the journey with the new studio co-head Marie-Eve Danis and Pierre Frankos. Sapinski. Yeah, so I just thought this was crazy. Apparently, yeah, it's been very, very wild that she dropped out so quickly. Assassin's Creed and Watch Dogs, meh games to me, but I can understand why, you know, she's kind of an icon. I can get that. Those are two very big IPs. Watch Dogs didn't get to do, I don't think I didn't feel like Watch Dogs ever lived up to the potential it had, but Assassin's Creed obviously has like 20 some games at this point, so they're doing something right. Oh, had to get a little sip of coffee. My throat is drying out. But yeah, so yeah, very crazy. I was gonna say we'll catch up on this later, but I don't think we will. I think it's just gonna be one of those things where she's just gone, and maybe she's gonna go do something else. Maybe she'll start a different studio. Maybe she'll work at another studio. Who knows? If something like that happens and we do hear about it, we'll talk about it. But if not, hopefully best of luck to her. Okay, let's talk about Baldur's Gate 3. I know, everybody's favorite game, but you don't have to be a fan of the game to understand how good this article is about to be. This is by Sam Sepiol. Sorry, Sam, if I say your last name wrong. Baldur's Gate 3 figurines maker is offering full refunds for the set. Yes, that's right. There's some really bad minifigs or figurines for Baldur's Gate 3, and yes, they are hilarious. And yes, we are going to look at them. But first, let's talk about this a little bit. The company behind the official Baldur's Gate 3 figs sets now offer full refunds to those unsatisfied with the final product. Oh, really? Oh, yeah. You remember Witcher 3 statues? I don't know if you guys ever remember seeing those. These are right there with those. WizKid offers a full refund. Oh yeah, WizKid recently posted an update thanks to Kotaku for the official licensed Baldur's Gate 3 character box set on their website. The company states, "We missed the mark on this goal with the D&D Icons of the Realms Baldur's Gate 3 character box set. Hence, they are offering a full refund to those who are unsatisfied with the set." WizKid acknowledges the backlash their Baldur's Gate 3 figurines set received and is taking it seriously. They're investigating the issues, taking measures to make right with buyers who were negatively affected and ensure their future products and reprints are not launched with such problems. Moreover, players should be able to take full refunds from their local retailers if they return the set to the point of purchase. So let's take a look at these things. Without further ado, let's take a look at these things. Right off the bat here, you're like, damn, those don't look too bad, right? I believe these are the photos. This is the photo of what they were supposed to look like. Oh, and you know what? For this one, I was like, well, he kind of looks like a rock monster or something. Maybe he's supposed to kind of look like that. And then I thought, well, you know what? I don't know this character. Maybe that's what he's supposed to look like. And then I thought, no, that's not what that character's supposed to look like. Nah. We've given too many passes here. Holy hell. All right, let's go through a couple more of these. Listen, they're like hand painted. That's what they look like. but like hand painted by someone who just learned how to start painting. Oh no. Oh man, this is the one that I was like, holy hell, how does this happen? The easiest merchandise opportunity, they mess it up that bad. Bro, I have no idea how you do this. Look at this. It is just really bad. Poor Shadowheart got done dirty. Oh man. What about this one? My man got a little bit of the 5 head. And it happens. You know what? Sometimes you have a 5 head. That's okay. It's okay to have a 5 head. Just means you have more brains up there, right, guys? Holy. Oh man. I know people are upset about this one. It's crazy that I would know that, but I know it because people are fucking weird about Astarion or whatever his name is. Holy hell. So they're offering refunds, which is great. At least it's something, right? God damn, that's so bad. It's funny because the other ones don't look so bad compared to those last 3. The last 3 are so bad. So they're covering refunds, guys. So go ahead. Get you a refund. Or keep them, because they're even more funny if you keep them, I think. There's something about how bad they are that you almost want to keep them. Almost. All right, let's keep on moving. Let's talk about this from Alex Briscuso. Netflix is going to get AI-generated ad breaks in 2026. So bad it doesn't seem real. Exactly, which almost makes it worth it. AI-generated ad breaks. The fuck do you guys think that means? Why is AI in fucking everything? I don't know. I don't understand it. Why is AI everything? Especially because I don't think people care about AI that much. Like, people don't like AI. Like, normal consumers, I don't think care about AI that much. In the way that all these manufacturer or companies are doing it. It doesn't. Why just say that they're getting specific kind of ad breaks? Why say AI? I feel like you're almost like, I don't know. Like, I don't know. I was gonna say something funny, but it's not actually comparable, so it doesn't actually mean anything. Before anybody else does, could be. I think you are probably dead on with that assumption, man. But it's still stupid. Don't say it. Just do it. To be honest, I would just if I'm Netflix, I would just fucking do it and not say anything about it. You know, how to monetize AI, but none of them I feel like have done it in a way that has been good, right? Or just yeah, I agree. There are really good practical uses for AI. This is not that. Advertisement, yeah, is not it. I use the Gemini, which is Google's AI. I use it to like put things into my calendar for me, set up alarms for like a specific day at a specific time, so I don't have to go in. It just does it all for me. It's very easy. I like using it for those really easy practical things that it can just do, and I don't have to deal with it. But man, I just don't understand like the idea of putting AI into fucking everything and then yeah, trying to monetize it. Nobody's found it yet. It's funny because I think the biggest test is, and this is just kind of me as like a tech nerd, is Apple. Apple is a big company, you know, but Apple is very like, a lot of the time they call them second movers, right? They don't normally, they're not the company that comes out with the product, you know, a brand new thing. They did it back with the iPhone, sure, but a lot of the times they wait for the first movers to do something, and then they perfect it, and then they come out with it, and they usually do it very well. I'm not a big Apple person, but I understand what their strategy is, and they do it well. And they tried to do the AI thing, and I don't know if you guys know, they still have not been able to figure it out. And if Apple can't do it, I think that means that there's not really a good way for it to work right now. I think people have to look at that and realize there's not a good way for it to work right now. I study AI, I'm sick of it everywhere. Right, because it's probably not in the same way that you are using it though, Plenty. You're probably using it, again, in those practical ways, in the ways that make sense. The way that companies are using it as an advertisement piece, or as to try and monetize it, is just gross. And they're just sticking it into places that don't actually, that sometimes aren't even AI, right? A commercial product. Not really, no, not really. Like I said, I feel like there's a couple of things here and there, but it's not in the same way that they're pushing it, that these companies push it. All right, let's find out how Netflix is going to do this. Netflix has announced it will roll out AI-generated advertising, including the dreaded pause ads, in the middle of its programming on the ad-supported tier in 2026. The news, which was reported by Media Play News, doesn't specify how the company will target the viewer for these ads. Will they be individualized based on watch history, or on whatever the viewer is watching at the time? At this point, we know next to nothing about how these ads will work on the back end, or even how they will be presented, but they are coming. This feels like fucking everything that has to do with AI at this point, right? That they don't know how they're going to do something, just that it's coming. There's AI, you know, guys. It doesn't make any sense. Yeah, I'm legitimately, I have the AI fatigue at this point. You know what it actually reminds me of a lot? I don't know if I've beaten this comparing it to other things to death yet. Remember when 5G, yeah, buzzword, exactly, for investors, exactly. When 5G first came out and everybody said, well, we got 5G. But 5G didn't work in the same way that everybody said it did, because one of the companies specifically said, we have 5G Lite, which was just 4G, but it was like enhanced 4G, enhanced. And then people said, well, we have 5G, but some of them had millimeter wave 5G, and then the other ones had the what was the other type of 5G? So different companies had different kinds of 5G, but you could market it all as the same thing. And some of it was really good for, you know, some of it was, you know, good for this, and some of this was this ultra wide. Yeah, the ultra wideband and then the millimeter wave. Yeah, so and they didn't work the same, but you could still market as 5G. Samsung did this shit where they had millimeter wave, and nobody had fucking towers anywhere for this shit, so millimeter wave meant jack shit, but they could say they had 5G. And then the ones that had ultra band, they could talk about that they had 5G, but they didn't have millimeter wave. It was wild. And AI feels very much the same. It's a buzzword. You put it in there and people are going to buy it, right? But for me, I think AI has worked the other way. And I don't know. I don't sell shit. So I don't know. Maybe it is doing something. But to me, the whole time I see it, I think it turns me off more when I see AI shit now at this point. And maybe I'm because I'm old. Maybe the young kids love the 5G, the AI, all those things. I don't know. I don't fucking know. I just know that every time I see AI, I'm like, bro, I feel like I don't want to buy this product at all now. We just getting old, maybe. I don't know, man. Are we? Is that, you think it is? Or you think people really don't think AI? Or you think people like see AI and they see through that shit? I don't know. I that's what I'm saying. I'm so limited to my own perspective of it. And to me, I just see, when I see AI, I'm like, bro, you're just slapping that shit on anything. You know what? Yeah, hard to say. I have something I can show you guys that I saw today that was pretty fucking funny. Does this show anything? I think I'm good. Can definitely be a product. It can be. I'm not saying it can't be. I'm saying the way that they're doing it, they just throw AI into everything. Let me show you this. This is a tweet from one Marquez Brownlee. He's a bigger YouTube tech influencer. I like his stuff. And this is a screen protector that's optimized for AI. What the fuck does that mean, guys? What does that mean? Because I would love to know. Or do you just put that shit on anything at this point? Because you think it's going to sell something. Because you think it's going to sell something. Yeah, I this is what I'm talking about. I know that AI can be a product, but I don't think that the way that it's being rolled out is being rolled out in a way that's a real product. The way that it's being rolled out is data collection. I know that's one that is pretty wild. I saw an argument that made a lot of sense. Consumers are not company focused anymore. Take NVIDIA, for example. They only sell GPUs to consumers to subsidize their AI business because their investors are their real focus. That's true. That's why consumers are just left to the wind, and the 50 series have been awful. True. That's the craziest one. For that product, I can't say for sure. Yeah, I think we know though. I think we know it's not, right? Mixed with location data. I don't know, but it's a piece of glass. I don't think. Yeah, listen, I you know what, I get it. I just think, to me, it looks like they just put AI on it. This is, again, purely just my speculation. I don't know, man. You could be completely right about the biometrics or data stuff. I don't know. But it looks like they put AI on it. And then it just is going to sell. Because, or they think it'll sell because it says AI. To me, I think AI right now is just is an easier way to get data from people. You know what I heard and I thought was a really good point. I don't want to get in the weeds on AI for all day today, but I think a lot of people, and maybe young people, younger generations, use AI as a search engine. I heard about this, and I think it could be true that they use AI as like a search engine. And I'm not saying it's a bad thing, but I think that, you know, people think like, you know, people think about Google and they wonder like how, you know, how did they come up with all this money? Because you search stuff through Google and that's data. So now AI does the same thing. You're still doing the same thing, right? Can confirm. See, I think not. It's not 100%, perfect statistic, but I think that is like a way that kids use it. Now they're using it for lots of things, but I think that is, instead of just going to Google.com, they use a different AI thing. And I think that that's the product that they're selling us, not the one that they, not, I know what you guys, what Plenty is saying is it can be a product, but I think right now it's not. I think the product that we're getting sold is data collection. Just more and more and more of it. It is the most valuable thing to companies now. And AI is just part of that. If you get a phone that's got new AI on it, I bet you that bad boy's got to be connected to the internet somehow. It's got to report that information back. It's got to get that data. This feels very conspiracy theory kind of thing, but I feel like it's pretty true, right? Maybe not completely, but at least a little bit. At least a little bit, right? All right, let's move away from AI. I appreciate you guys weighing in a little bit. Set me straight a little bit. You guys are good for it. Because like I said, my scope of everything is just very much in my view. So I appreciate people having some different opinions and different insight too. Especially, like I said, Plenty's always good for it too. Especially as somebody who's working with AI, especially the free stuff. Oh, the free stuff for sure, bro. The free stuff for sure, bro. Yeah, my throat is starting to feel all this talking, which is how I know it's been a good stream, guys. Those are my favorite streams. When my throat is a little bit hurting at the end, that's how I know. It's just code for sure. Yeah. Oh yeah. I know. And I think that there's really great practical purposes for AI too. But I think right now it's just a lot of marketing. Yeah. It's not, and it's one of those things like when they talk about like intelligence and like, yeah, but like, no. Need some water. Yeah, you're right. You're right, old title. I just think that there's so many great practical uses for AI that aren't the way that they're not marketing. And like I said, you can see how much like companies don't know how to market it because they don't know how to make it a product to like just like the everyday consumer, because people suck. True. You are so true about that. You are very true about that. Which is why AI Darth Vader was saying fuck, and then also terrible other slurs and stuff too, because people suck, because people are pushing that stuff. All right, let's get into this next one by Lex Briscusio. To prevent in charge abuse. Rein it in, I mean people. Yeah, for sure. The AI only does what the people tell it to, Netflix has struck a deal with beloved kids show Sesame Street for new episodes after HBO Max partnership ends. Guys, if you were just thinking, where am I gonna get my Sesame Street? Netflix will be the home of it eventually. Anyways, thankfully the trip to Sesame Streets are not over. The beloved kids television show, which has been running since 1969, will now be available to stream on Netflix and PBS after HBO and Max did not renew their long-standing deal with the series at the end of 2024. New episodes of the show will be available on Netflix, as well as the show's catalog of past episodes. Worldwide, while new episodes will be available on their day on their air day, both via PBS station stations and PBS Kids. Additionally, because Netflix is also currently trying to ramp up their gaming arm, which will allow subscribers to play games via the app using their mobile device as a controller, this deal will also allow the streamer to develop video games for the show, as well as the spin-off series Sesame Street Mecha Builders. So, yeah, nothing really too crazy here. I just thought this was cool. I haven't heard anything about Sesame Street in a long time. And you know what? Maybe I do want to take a stroll on down to Sesame Street sometime, because I feel like the world could use some fucking good sometimes, guys. And Sesame Street, there's nothing bad happening down there, you know? That's right, Sesame Street Mecha Builders. I'm pretty sure it's just Armored Core, but Sesame Street, you know? I'm pretty sure it's very similar. Oh, good, it'll still be free. Essentially, yeah. Yeah, I thought that was this. Like I said, nothing too crazy here. Just kind of interesting. Mecha Builders. That's right. Fucking Armored Core X Sesame Street. All right, let's keep going. Man. All right, so let's talk about Hideo Kojima. Hideo's kind of a weird guy, right? Like, we all know this, and we love him for it. But he's a weird dude, and he makes weird things. Like, I'm not being crazy about this, right? Because I'm going to talk about this, but I don't know if this also involves the other part of the thing that came out recently. He's totally normal. You know what, Title? You are right. A weird, creative dude. Very, very creative. I'm never going to downplay. The man has ideas like you've never seen. Even if nobody has ever been like chill, bro, which I think is kind of a rare thing. Even if you dislike what he does, you have to just admire that, you know, he just does what he does. This is by Wesley LeBlanc. Hideo Kojima says Fizzant, his next action espionage game, is about 5 to 6 years away, which I don't think is very, surprising, since he is going to be releasing Death Stranding 2 this year. Hideo Kojima and PlayStation announced last year that they were teaming up to create a new action espionage game called Fizzant. A welcome genre return for fans of Kojima's Metal Gear Solid series. In a new interview with French magazine La Film Francis, Kojima says Fizzant is about 5 to 6 years away from release, and not really too surprising. Also, this plus, I don't know if you guys saw, apparently Kojima has made a thumb drive of all his game ideas that he is essentially leaving as like a will to his team for, if he dies, all the ideas of games he wants to make. Okay. He is just a totally normal dude. Yeah, I don't know. The guy is not very old. Hideo is very, I mean, listen, you never know what's going to happen, right? But like, chill out, my dude. I was going to see, how old is Hideo? 61. He is 61. My man is not that old. He can chill out for a little bit on making a will about the games he wants to play. Also, Hideo's got 2 kids. Hideo was getting freaky in the sheets. Oh, has no children. Oh, he has 2. He's got, oh, what? Okay, this one says he has 2 children. All right, hold on. So here's the question. We don't know if he has or doesn't have kids. Y'all think he's getting freaky in the sheets? You don't know what he gets into in his personal time. Apparently the sex. Maybe. No, for real. Hideo's such a, like I said, he's such a creative, wild man. But yeah, so we're just essentially we're not going to be looking forward to Fizzant for a few years. Again, understandable. They're going to be they just wrapped up Death Stranding 2, and they're going to be putting that out this year, June 26th, so next month, about a month away. And then yeah, give him some time to cook on Fizzant. He also has that OD game, that he's making as well. So chill, we're good. Give him some time. But the thumb drive with the game ideas is a little wild. But again, I don't think it's the worst thing in the world. People keep like journals and diaries and stuff. He's just doing it in like a 2025 way of thinking. Although, man, imagine, okay, he's got to have backups of this thing, right? This thumb drive. You can't just have one thumb drive. Say, something happens the way that he passes. Again, God forbid that he passes in a way that he has the thumb drive on him and it gets crushed. That would be terrible. You got to have some backups. You got to have a couple backups. But then how do you update all the backups at once? Like what if you think of another idea and you add it to the one thumb drive? How do you add it to the other thumb drive? Ooh, man, this is a bad idea. I don't like this. Because think of that newest idea was the banger of all. And you're like, yeah, this is it. This is the one. And you add it to the thumb drive you got on you. And on the way you're going to update the other ones. And that thumb drive's gone. Man. AI will email it out. Maybe. I don't know, man. I don't know. Maybe he plays fast and loose. Oh. Kojima is getting one past the goalie, I think a few times. At least maybe twice, but maybe zero as well. We're not sure. Hard to tell. The internet doesn't know. Kojima may have had sex at least 2 times or 0. The world may never know. I'm so sorry, Kojima. This is not what I wanted to go about. Norman Reedus will talk. We'll walk it to the beneficiaries. Oh, that's the best joke. How did I not think about that? Oh, he's gonna Death Stranding walk it to everybody. Damn, bro, you're so right. Oh wow. Listen, I don't want Kojima to die. I said God forbid. I'm just saying it was a weird, interesting idea, but then we're also thinking about how does that happen? I don't know. Like I said, it's that weird thing of like when I have a file. This is super basic. Just a general idea of like the weird like things that I worry about. So I have a file that I make for like my schedules that I post in the Discord and nowhere else because I'm a heathen. But I have a file that I use to make that. It's got a ton of different information in it. It's a great file. Now, if I throw that file in like Google Drive, now I can access it wherever. Unless I update that file locally. Now that file, my local file, is more updated than the one that's Google Drive. Now I have 2 versions of that file. And I got to re-put that one back into the Google Drive. I don't know. There's some questions about how do you keep everything updated. But I guess it's like a will, right? I guess it's the same kind of idea. Like, even if something changes and you don't get to update your will, it's not updated. And it's kind of sad. All right. Yeah, sorry. I'm just kind of thinking about it out loud, going through it. All right. Let's get into a couple of trailers, and then we got one more article at the very end. So this is Animusha 2. This is talking about Kotaro Fuma. I don't know anything about this, but I threw this in here because I knew Vash would be checking this out, and I wanted to make sure he saw this. I think there was also some goofiness to this trailer. I don't really remember. I just figured let's take a look at this because I wanted to make sure Vash saw this, as he is going to be checking this game out, I believe, in the next couple of weeks. So
Kotaro Fuma, the young chief of the Fuma clan. Though he's only 17, he's already a top-class ninja. He likes cool and unusual things. He dislikes petty criminals. He may seem impulsive, but he's strong in his beliefs. His personal creed is, a ninja is always prepared to die. Don't forget to pre-order the game, everyone.
all right. I hope you guys understand him a little bit better. What the fuck? I don't know, man. I legitimately saw this and I was like, I don't understand what the fuck this is about. I just liked that he likes cool and unusual things. He dislikes petty criminals. His personal creed is a ninja is always prepared to die. Those are the things we know about him. Make sure you pre-order. Listen, the game's gonna be so much fun. This is such a weird trailer. Shit. Not even the main character. It doesn't even matter. Doesn't even matter. Now we know a little bit about him. Trust me, when you play, I'm gonna be ready. I'm gonna know he likes cool and unusual things. He dislikes petty criminals, and a ninja is always prepared to die. That's his personal creed. I'm gonna know those things now. All right, let's get into this is a Helldivers 2 update. There's a reason we haven't really checked any of this out. I haven't really been that interested in Helldivers, but I will say, not that that necessarily changes with this, but it kind of changes. So the idea of Helldivers, I'm gonna just throw a little blanket statement out here in the beginning, just a little catch up, a little recap kind of thing. So Helldivers is essentially you are a Helldiver from Super Earth, and you're going to these other planets and you're fighting off these bugs or these automatons. So thanks for the trailer, no problem, buddy. And you know, you're always going to these other planets and essentially attacking them. Recently Illuminati came into play, and you would go to these other planets and fight them. The reason why this one has specifically grabbed me is because apparently the fight is coming to Super Earth, which is kind of crazy. I didn't know if they would ever get to this point. I felt like they would always have to, but they are, yeah, you know, you could be fighting on Super Earth. So I thought that was kind of an interesting take, an interesting turn. And I figured, felt like it was worth coming over here and taking a look at. So let's take a look at this.
Democracy burns. Super Earth has been invaded. The Illuminate scourge lays waste to hallowed ground. Cities in ruins. Families torn apart. Flags disrespectfully soiled. Billions of votes have already been lost. Could this be the end of managed democracy? Not today. is the time for full mobilization. Every defender of peace, rally to arms. We will turn our streets into our battlefield, our playgrounds into our theater of war. We will form the clenched fist of democracy and show them what true freedom is. Disciplined, armed, and absolute. Join the fight. Super Earth needs you.
Oh, all right. Of course, plenty, of course. Yeah, so I just, like I said, I thought this was kind of interesting. They're finally kind of bringing the fight to like this, you know, an actual like city, like a planet where you would like, you know, have people and stuff. I thought that was kind of interesting. That was weird. Was it weird? So one of the things that I have seen about this update as well is there's like NPCs that help fight with you, and I guess people have been like really enjoying like having them too. Like they've been really helpful, and like people have been like really loving them too. Like there's like a lot of like really cool little things that I never got to experience when I was playing this game. So I thought this was really, really, really cool. I don't know if it means I'm going back in, but I definitely think that it's cool. You know, so yeah, they're finally going to like a place of real consequence, you know, because as a Helldiver, that's where you're from. You're from Super Earth. So they're finally invading your home planet. And then yeah, you get these like, you know, NPCs and stuff that help you out. That's cool. Pretty cool. And then the last trailer I'm gonna show off is I wasn't sure if I was gonna show this one off or not, but I think Title would be appreciative of seeing it. But Jurassic World Rebirth has another trailer. Usually I don't watch like more than one trailer for like a movie or something. This one seemed interesting. It's pretty different. Yeah, exactly. You're not like in like the forest or something. That's why I thought it was kind of interesting. I thought it was cool. But I don't feel like this movie is, I don't know, like I didn't feel like there was anything like super spoilery about the second trailer or anything like that. And not that I was really even that worried about this one, but I feel like I felt like it was worth coming and checking out. I will say there's some pretty interesting shots in this trailer that are, I'm both like not sure how this is gonna do, this movie. I think it'll be fine. I don't think it's gonna be anything great, but there's some beautiful cinematography in this that I saw, and I was kind of surprised. But I'll let you guys take a look and you know, figure out for yourselves.
Please open the door for me!
On the island we're headed to, 24 species have survived there alone.
The theme park owners did experimental work, leaving only the worst ones here.
See that every day or ever.
Let's go.
If we get this DNA,
Millions of lives are saved.
Maybe we should make this quick, huh? Time to move.
We put ourselves in a place where we don't belong. Survival is a long shot.
That's kind of our specialty.
She's scared. She's scared of.
Come on! Run!
We're not gonna let you get hurt, okay?
Hey!
Then was a source.
We found it?
No, it found us.
Yeah, there is a lot going on there. Again, good director, cinematography looks good. I just don't know about the rest of it.
And you are out of here.
I just don't know if it's going to come together as like a good story, but it doesn't look bad. I'm still interested, cautiously optimistic. And I knew you would enjoy it, Title. I knew you would be ready for this, man. And I don't feel like the trailer. I feel like the trailers have not been giving away a whole bunch, which I've been very happy about. I probably won't watch any more of this trailers. The movie comes out in July, so very early July. So we probably won't watch any more trailers if they do drop anything else, which they tend to drop some trailers like right around when they're coming out, and usually those ones are kind of terribly spoilery. So we will not watch anymore. But yeah, I figured we would take a look at it, and I'm not mad about it. Man, I will say the big dude here, when he's jumping out, he makes some weird fucking noises too. I was really shocked when I was hearing it, but yeah, pretty interesting. We'll definitely see. Like I said, I don't know if the story is gonna hold up, but banger visuals. Yeah, we know, Vash. We know you're not interested, bro. We know you don't like dinosaurs, you know? Listen, it's fine, man. You ain't gotta like dinosaurs. It's cool. It's fine. All right, let's get into The Last of Us and the last article, which is something I kind of alluded to earlier. Well, let's get into it real quick. Wesley Yin-Poole wrote this one. Will The Last of Us get a season 4? Showrunner Craig Mazin says there's no way to complete this narrative in season 3. I'm not going to get into where it goes into spoilers, but let's get into it just a touch before that. The Last of Us, a hugely successful TV adaptation, was confirmed for season 3 before season 2 even kicked off. But it will have a season. Will it have a season 4? Showrunner Craig Mazin has indicated a 4th season is pretty much essential for the series. Speaking to Collider, probably. Mazin agreed that in order to wrap up the Last of Us story from the 2 Naughty Dog developer video games in season 3 would mean season 3 itself would take forever. So while there is a decent chance season 3 will be longer than season 2 at the end of the day, there's no way to complete this narrative in a 3rd season. He continued, hopefully we will earn our keep enough to come back and finish it in a 4th. That's the most likely outcome. So, as somebody who's been keeping up with the Last of Us show, I will say this. They have been drawing The Last of Us out, or not drawing The Last of Us out. They have been speed running. Season 2 has been speed running some things. I've been very shocked about it. The season finale is next Sunday. Literally the season finale. is next Sunday, and I've been very mixed about it. I agree, exactly. I would love more episodes. I feel like the reason they want to do a 4th season is because they want to do shorter seasons, and I don't agree with that. I feel like just make the seasons longer. I would be okay with that. I would be okay if they made the seasons like 2 or 3 more episodes longer. This season is going to be 7 episodes. And some of the episodes in this season have been very short too. And then there's years between each season. It's not just The Last of Us, a trend. It's like, yeah, I agree. Yeah, it's not their fault. I will say, with the way that they've done the season, it's been fine. It's gotten the beats that it needs to get across, and then a little bit more. And I feel like it's done a fine enough job. I just wish it had a little more time to sit with a couple of additional things, or show a few more things, or explore some stories that kind of got lost. And there's just some things like that, and I'm okay with it cutting some of those things, and finding its specific narrative. I think it's okay, but I always kind of felt like they were gonna do 4 seasons, because I felt like season 2 and 3 are pretty much no-brainers on how they wanted to split the game up. Season 4 seems weird because I don't know what they're gonna do, and this is me not knowing how they're gonna split anything up. I'm very much, this is me speculating, not knowing. I promise. I thought the end of season 3 would be potentially like the section, a little bit of Last of Us game spoilers too. So anybody who hasn't played the Last of Us part 2 game, this is just some slight spoilers. My guess, well, not slight spoilers, very spoilers. My guess is season 3 would pick up, or season 3 would end at the point which Abby and Ellie kind of go their separate ways before they come back together, for the kind of the final whole thing. Where's that at? Where we meet the Rattlers and things like that. My thought is maybe they could do that, but that's not a whole season of a show. Like a 4th season wouldn't just be that, right? It couldn't be. It doesn't seem like enough. But maybe they could. Unless it's that plus a part 3 type, narrative that they could tie into the end there. And that's my biggest guess. That's my biggest guess, is that season 4 would be the very end, the last little chunk of part 2, plus whatever narrative pieces of part 3 that they would maybe have wanted to do, and they would wrap it up that way. Some flashback episodes. Oh, for sure they will, man. Oh, for sure they will. That's not even like a I don't even think a hot guess, man. Not trying to take that away from you. I promise. It's just they've been very much like wanting to show some very specific things. But yeah, I don't know. I feel like I said, I felt like they've just been at times rushing some things, and then dragging their feet on other parts. Like, I don't know, like it feels like they're it's this weird thing. Okay, so this is it feels like they're kind of dragging their feet to make 4 seasons, but then it seems like they're rushing through each of the seasons and not and this is just probably me wanting to see specific things in the game that meant more to me about specific things, and so to me maybe there's that bias there, but it feels like they're rushing through some parts of it, to get to some things, and then dragging their feet to make sure there's 4 seasons, which seemed unnecessary. I don't know. I think maybe both can be true. Maybe if they made longer seasons, then they could make the seasons, they could do less seasons and kind of flesh out each season a little bit more. I don't know. I will be interested to see how people feel about it after the season finale, and then after the next season. I'll be interested to see how things kind of shake out. As of right now, I think the show is getting as divided as the game was. I think it's very divided. Some people have liked it and some people have really disliked it, and I think that's just a little bit par for the course with this. I've been frustrated at times, and then I've been happy at times. I don't know. I know that I'm just kind of splitting the middle here at this point, and it's just how I've been feeling. I've been up on parts and down on parts. It's not really, I've had no consistency on how I feel about it. There's specific beats that I wish were there. Some things that were alluded to but not really ever potentially shown, or it maybe didn't even happen. I don't know. It's tough. It's especially tough to talk about because I don't want to spoil everything. The show is not even completely out at this point, but I think waiting and binging the whole season would be a much better way to go about it, to be honest. But yeah, so I very much thought I very much thought this that they would try and break this up a little bit, and like I said, I figured they very much would try and make a part 3 into the show. So I think that's what they're gonna do, I think, but I don't know. All right, let's go ahead, let's wrap up our news for today. We'll hang out for a little bit before we wrap up stream, but like I said, that'll wrap up at least our news section for today. I appreciate y'all coming by, and I'll see you guys on the other side. All right, very cool. Thanks guys for coming, hanging out with the news. Like I said, we'll hang out for a little bit. Don't feel like we're scurrying right out right now. We still got a little bit of time before we wrap. I wanted to see who was on, because I also want to try and hopefully send a little bit of a raid. I'm kind of wondering who would be the best choice. I was thinking about trying to send you guys out to like a game, maybe a specific game, but I don't know. I thought like maybe we'll send you guys out to like a Last of Us gamer. I don't know. It's 10 p.m. already. Yeah, I apologize. The night is flying. I'm not mad about it. It's been fun. It's been a lot of fun to hang out with you guys today. We literally just hung out today, which was what I like hanging and I like doing. I like playing video games too, but I like hanging out with you guys. You guys are fun. Don't tell nobody though. I like a yapping stream every once in a while. Listen, more and more of my streams are becoming yapping streams, man. I'm becoming a certified yapper out here, bro. It's crazy. It's crazy. You know, I feel like it's been happening way more. I'm trying to see if somebody's playing Last of Us who's on, who could be could be interesting to send you guys to. This guy's got like 13. Let me see what this guy's about. Out here wearing your voice down. I love it though. When is he? Yeah, he finished it up the other day. He's playing Doom now. He's playing the new Doom game. Oh. What? Okay. I see somebody. This guy seems interesting enough. I don't know anything about this guy. He's at a section where he's playing as Abby with the Seraphites. Yeah, I'll send you guys to this guy. He's pretty cool. He seems cool. Great game. Boo on Twitch notifications. Yep, they're the worst. Literally, I get my Twitch notifications for people going live like 20 minutes late sometimes. It is very bad. Nice emotional surprise. Hey, yeah, I would like to. It's on my list of games to play. I'm going to be playing Soma next whenever I finish System Shock, which God knows when that'll happen. And then I'm going to be doing South of Midnight, I think, after that. I love Soma. I have heard only good things about Soma, except for one person didn't like Soma so far. One person, so... Digging up photos. Yeah, it was great. I'm glad you guys got to come out, check out photos, check out the new coffee camera. You know, you guys are what I would call dope. See, here I am again, the new coffee cam. I mean, it's pointing at me right now, so. But second coffee cam sucks for them. Agreed. It's on my list, plenty courtesy of Plenty. Really? You never heard of Soma? I've heard of Soma like a long time ago. But if it's Plenty approved, then I know it's gonna be a banger, so then Soma would be up there. Yeah, I haven't played Still Wakes So Deep. I just saw a little bit of it and it looked great. That being said, Soma just looked really good, so I would love to do it. All right, guys, so here is kind of the plan for the rest of the week. Thursday I'll be back. We're gonna be doing news, unless it's Kojima. Those games aren't for everybody. That's true, but I still like seeing them. We're gonna be back Thursday. We're gonna be doing more news, and we're gonna hopefully get into some System Shock. I don't have anything like today planned for Thursday. It was really great time to just come and hang out today. And then Sunday I'll be back here on YouTube, but over on the Wolf and the Kid on Twitch. Vash and I are going to be starting the game Split Fiction. I know we're a little late on it. We were playing Monster Hunter Wilds. Unfortunately, both of those games kind of came out at the same time, so we're going to be starting Split Fiction on Sunday over there. / over here. So if you guys want to check that out, we'll be here. It'll be Sunday morning about 10 a.m. Eastern time. And then outside of that, You guys see my dude up here, Vash, in the chat. Make sure that you guys are checking him out. He's going to be doing a stream of his own tomorrow over on his channel. He's going to be potentially finishing up Shenmue 2. So if that sounds interesting, go over there and check that out. If you are not a fan of all of the yappy yap that I do over here, you guys will enjoy going over there. Man plays a lot of video games. 6:30 tomorrow, as he has started a new job. That's right, man's got the big man pants on now, and he's gotta be stepping it up a little bit now. Thank you, man. I appreciate y'all coming out today. It was so fun. Like I said, doing a lots of things today. This was fun. Takes a little longer to
Thank you, Cody.
Hey, of course. Thank you. Guys, we're going to keep on getting everything tight, everything right over here as far as coffee and all those fun things. But that's for another day. I'm going to send you guys over to, it's a man called BC Beastly who is playing The Last of Us Part 2. He's doing some Abby stuff right now. He has gotten scared a few times and screamed like a little girl. He's got a great beard. I think he could be a great person, or he could be a terrible person. If he's a terrible person, just leave. Obviously, we don't know everybody on Twitch, you know? We got to take some shots here, and I'm willing to take a shot here. You know what? I really hope he does accept raids too. I haven't got to check that shit out, but we'll see. Thank you guys so much. Let me find you a good banger to get up on out of here with. Yeah, I get you guys a little bit of this. All right, let me put him in here. Let me see. Hey, he does take raids. Cool, guys. Make sure you guys go over and say what's up in the raid message if you want to, and the link is in the chat. With that, guys, I hope you guys have a great rest of your night and a great week if I don't see you, and I'll see you guys all in the next one. Have a great night, guys. Bye, 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 goodbye, goodbye, goodbye. Go see BC Beastly play a little Last of Us 2 and scream like a little girl. See you guys. Have a great night. I'll see you guys Thursday or tomorrow in Vash's stream, or Sunday for some Split Fiction. See you guys.
What is love? What is free love? What is love? Love is free.